Okay, so I'm early by 10 minutes for the RV Women Hangout, and I'm gonna go and open up another window. Maybe I don't have to now, so that I can see if anybody else is here. See this one, and I need to see this one. Or better yet, no, here, link. Okay. Here, take that, and hopefully I don't let myself out. Okay. Okay, Buffy Crumlick, I see that you are here. I did send you an invite to be on the panel if you're inclined. And it would be interesting to see if it actually works, because I don't know if it's going to work. But I can see. Oh, let me get this. Okay, this is live. Okay. You go get it now. Yeah, well, no, I sent it to that other one. I can't remember how it ends. You didn't send me a Gmail. Okay. That is why. This is why. This is why. It is. Hi, Cindy. Okay, you're just checking in. Good enough. Okay, let's click on this over here. Okay. Okay. Buffy Crumlick, the reason you didn't get anything is because you have to have the Gmail account, and then Gmail attaches to Hangouts, and then in your, yeah, I'm glad we're doing it again. I mean, I'm glad, I really have missed doing this. So it is nice. Why does this look frozen? Why am I frozen here? I'm frozen. Oh, I froze myself. Okay. Let's go here. Okay. There we go. Okay. It'll be interesting. Let's see. Did you say Gmail? I did say Gmail. That's what I need to look at is your Gmail. That's the only way that I can send an invite is via Gmail. Hi, Lori. Okay. And I'm pretty sure this is going to work. Okay, good. That's not what I want to do here. Okay. It has been raining here, and I'm sure, Lori, you can commiserate with me here. It has been raining nonstop since Friday. And today is the only day where we only had just real quick showers, and then that was over. But oh my God, I am so over the rain. So over it. Okay, so I need this to expand that way. Why won't it let me do that? Okay, well, I can't do this. Yeah, it has been raining here since last Saturday, and I'm just over it. I don't want any more rain. And it was so difficult coming from the Outer Banks, where it was 80 degrees and nice breeze and so wonderful, to we got back last Friday, so a week ago tomorrow, and it had been raining on Friday, and it stopped raining yesterday, kind of. I mean, it's still kind of going. And there was a tornado, apparently, in the, you know, there was a tornado not very far from here. I don't think it was a big tornado. It was just, whatever not a big tornado is. Okay. Why does this not want to cooperate with me? Okay. So I don't know if, oh, Moxville area, 2 homes. Oh yeah, it was more up by you, Cindy. The tornadoes and whatnot, those were up more by you. 20 homes destroyed, yeah. And it was coming up from the south, split right in half, went by me, but both sides, got hit. And I got just rain. Yeah, you were up there in the thick of it. Okay. I don't know why this isn't letting me do this. I'm so mad at the dog right now. I could just take him to a new home. Honestly, I'm so angry with him. And for those of you who do not know, I have a dog. His name is Zip, and he's going to be a year old next month. And what he did was, and he did this one other time, he's starting to chew up cords. Okay, so if I leave a cord like on the table, he takes the cord and chews it until it's junk. And yeah, hate to sound like a complete pain in the ass, but don't mess around with my stuff. And this is the second cord that he has done. Because yesterday, you might have noticed when I made the notification for the Hangout, I used this just to make sure that the voice was clear and all that stuff. Yeah, well, I left it here on the seat last night, and so he chewed up the cord. Now, check your messages. I sent you a new Gmail account. Okay, now am I checking my messages in YouTube, or am I checking my messages in my Gmail account? Be specific, and you'll be terrific. Okay. Why can't I get rid of that picture? Oh, you sent it to my phone. Okay. Oh my God, let me tell you about the phone. No, let me not, because it makes me so angry. Okay, I got... Sure. You know what I want? I really just want my messages. Sure. Okay. Okay, I don't have it. It is not on my phone. Now, did you send it? Which phone did you send it to? Oh, God, just send it to my Gmail account. Honest to God, doing this is so frustrating. I can't even describe how frustrating. I have had just the worst, most frustrating day ever. Let's see. He figures if you choose the chord, you'll have to spend more time with him. Well, no, that's really not how it works out because he ends up in timeout. Okay. I need to open up another window. This is why I started early. Oh, we have actually started. It is 7 o'clock, 7:01 actually. And so we are starting the RV Women Hangout. And oh, there it is. Okay. And Nana's Joy is hopefully going to join us. Oh my God, I'm about to swear. Oh, there it is. Okay. Okay, I finally got it through my phone. So what I'm going to do is I have to go over here. I have to go here. Go here. Okay, let me just send this. I'm just so interested to see if this is going to work. And there we go. Okay, now, Buffy, I sent it to the email address at Gmail account. When you open up your Gmail account, and this is for everybody, in the left-hand side column, you're going to see something that says something about Hangouts. And it should be there. It says, you know, invite in there somewhere. Okay. So let's see, what else? I don't know. I've just had such a frustrating day due to the fact that I spent probably 3 hours on the phone with AT&T. I do not lie. 3 hours. I don't comprehend this. I don't understand why people are so effing stupid. But they are. Do you know? Okay, I'm not going to talk about this very long because you can see how it irritates the crap out of me. My phone, you know, there are technical terms having to do with communication over the internet. And one of those terms is called a MAC, M-A-C. The technical assistance person at AT&T didn't know what that was and doesn't know what the number is. The other thing that that person doesn't know is the SSID, okay, which is associated again with internet. There's a number. It's a number. It's an AT&T number. It's within their internet. And when you associate that number with an account like your phone, okay, then the phone through that number, talks to the computer at AT&T and performs the function that it's supposed to do for the phone. Technical assistance, you would have thought they never heard of it, and they don't know what it is. Oh my God. Because here's my problem. I was unable, I'm going to get to RVing here in just a second. I was unable to use my mobile hotspot on my phone because the signal doesn't know where to go. And so it just goes nowhere. And then the other function that I was missing was, okay, some other function that you would think, duh, but not the case. You know, I can't read that. I'll send you your, yeah, I don't know. I will send it to your Gmail. I don't think I got an invite into Gmail. It's going to be in the lower left-hand corner, like your screen. You're looking at the screen. In the lower left-hand corner under trash and sent and all mail, and underneath, down towards the bottom, is going to be an invitation to join a Hangout. And it's going to say RV Lady. Just look for the words RV Lady. That's all you have to look for. It's going to be in the lower left-hand corner. I've tested this like 4 times. It works every time. I mean, for me, but I haven't tried it with anybody else. Okay, let's talk about RVing. I don't want to talk about this. I've had just the most frustrating day. Okay, RVing. I finally got to go RVing after, where did you get your phone case? Amazon. Amazon.com. I think it was like $4. And because I was a Prime member, was past tense, you know, they paid for the shipping and stuff like that. I look and I see little icons. Okay, I don't know what that means. Anyway, some of you may or may not realize this, but I have been sitting still and not RVing since about the 2nd of February when I arrived in North Carolina. And let me tell you this has been so hard to just be stationary. I can't even tell you. I felt so great. My neighbor and I took off for the Outer Banks in North Carolina and spent 3 nights there, 4 days. But we were traveling, and it was literally 8 hours from home to the Outer Banks and, of course, back. And it was so beautiful. And there's so much to do. There's so much to do there. We didn't even go see the wild horses. And those are there. So we're going to go back. I'm not sure when, but we are. It'll probably be after summer, quite frankly. That's because I've got like things to do here, and then I'm going to take off to, then the August thing, August 21st is the eclipse. So that'll probably be my next, jaunt. No, I take that back. There's going to be one in the middle there. But it was so beautiful there. And the beaches had shells on them. I don't remember the beaches, the Atlantic side having shells. But they had some really nice shells and some nice, real shiny rocks that you get. What do they call them? Glass. They call them sea glass. So Linda was so excited at the prospect of going RVing that now she wants an RV. So maybe one of these days I'll make a video of us shopping for RVs. She really wants one. She doesn't know what she wants. It's first you have to kind of assess what they have, what you have, because there's no sense in buying something that you don't need. Okay, I look and I see the 3 little icons. Okay. You are 5 hours from OBX. 5, see, I am, according to Google Maps, I'm 5 hours from OBX. However, in reality, that was more like 7.5 hours. And because it's the RV, first of all, we're going 62 miles an hour, and at most. And the other thing is that we had to stop for gas, and we had to stop and potty the dog, and there were just things. We stopped at a liquor store. In North Carolina, and some of the states that you're in may be doing the same thing, I don't know, but you cannot buy liquor in a grocery store. In California, you can buy liquor at, okay, anywhere. All grocery stores carry liquor. So you can go in there and get it. You know, Costco, things like that, they all have it. And so you go in there and buy it. But in North Carolina, you have to go to these stores, I guess that they're called ABCs. So I'm not sure why, but it doesn't matter. But you have to go to that. But we bought tequila, and then of course we had to stop at a grocery store and get the mixing stuff. And I made strawberry margaritas that were awesome. And I'm not an alcohol drinker. I had 2 of those things and had the worst friggin' hangover ever. And I was lucky, yeah. I get migraines. I get really bad migraines, and so I have medication for that. After I went to sleep, I woke up 2 hours later with a migraine. So I dropped one of those pills, and yeah, it saved me from having to hide in the dark the next day. Let's see. I love the first time I walked into a Bath and Beyond in San Diego and saw an entire wide selection. I know. I mean, I was really trying to think of. They just sell liquor everywhere. Yeah, beer and wine. I'm trying to think. Yeah, you can go into like a convenience store and buy alcohol. You know, we have liquor stores, but it's not controlled. And what this woman clerk was telling us at this ABC store was that all the prices are the same across the state. So you're not having to deal with that. But yeah, you can't go anywhere in San Diego, I don't think, without being able to buy liquor. Yeah, but it's all different prices all over the place, you know. Zip, never gonna like that. Okay, he licks me. Okay, I'm just never gonna like that. Yeah, and it's not salt, it's attention. He does it to get my attention, which is what he's trying to do now. But he's already in trouble, so I don't even know why he's talking anymore. Let's see. Anyway, it was a good 7.5 hours before we got to the Outer Banks. And you know, for not moving really the RV since February, it did really well. And if I would have had more confidence in my driveway, because in order for me to get this RV out of my driveway, I cut all the low branches as low as I could, you know, get with like hedge trimmers, but there's branch trimmers, whatever those are called. And then as I'm driving the RV down the driveway, when I see a branch, I stop the RV, climb up a ladder, go up and cut the branch, and then come back down and drive a little further until I see another branch. And yeah, that's how I got out of my driveway and back in as well. Okay, I have to kill the dog now. Okay. Hold on, over back. Okay, yeah. Okay. I know what's wrong with him. The problem that he's having is it's been raining. So he's been unable to do anything for days and days and days. And I spent practically the entire day outside, and he was outside with me. So, ugh. But he's just making me. When I saw the wire, which was just before I was going to come on air, I was just like, I want to kill the dog now. Oh, what's this here over there? Okay, so it looks like nobody's going to be able to join me. I'm 15 minutes into this, and yeah, and I totally get it. There is nothing easy about this. Absolutely nothing. And if I understood what encoding does or what an encoder does or anything about encoders, and I've downloaded probably 3 or 4 encoders. And the problem is I don't know how those work either. So now I've got 2 things. I don't know how it works, but I want them to talk to one another and record. Yeah, you would think that I was asking for, I don't know, all the gold on the planet. And I've written YouTube, Google. I've called them. They don't help. There's no customer service at Google, and especially associated with YouTube. And they don't know how to fix anything anyway. So very sad. Let's see, what else is going on? Yeah, Nana Joy was driving to her sister or sister-in-law's, and then she was going to try to, I'm here. Oh, you are. Okay, is that you? Oh, wait a minute. No, Xanadu, that's not you. Okay, I just saw I'm here. What's really nice about having people on the panel is they can watch what's going on in the comments. And you can see when I look down and read the comments, yep, Target and corner stores everywhere, it's controlled. And I want to say in Pennsylvania, I think they used to have Sundays you couldn't buy alcohol beverages. And I actually was raised in Ohio. They had what they called state stores. I don't know if they still do that. But the really funny part, okay, and I noticed this in North Carolina too, and then back, yeah, hi Xanadu. And then back when I was a kid, you can drive through like a garage that's full of beer, and they just load it into your trunk. Okay. Or the back seat of your car or the front seat or whatever. They had one of those drive-through places. I can't think of what city we were in, but it was before we crossed over the big bridge into Nag's Head. And we stopped and went to a grocery store there. So hysterical. And we didn't do the drive-through thing, obviously. The RV wasn't going to fit. But the RV did really, really well. Now the RV has a problem, and it's the hose intake, where you do city water, the city water intake. And I have to replace that. I think it's just too corroded. And I tried to hook it up the first night and it just wouldn't work. Oh, bless me, Braxton. Okay. But it just wouldn't work. So I just kept the storage tank full. And then we spent one night at a place called North Beach Campground. North Beach Campground. Don't go there. $50 a night. Yes, it has full hookup. Yes, the proximity to the beach is okay. I mean, you have to walk a little ways. That's nice. I mean, you're not looking at the beach, but I don't think at any place, any of the RV parks, do you actually, look at the beach. I think they all have sand dunes in between them and the water. And it has to do with the storms that they get in storm surge. So I get that. But this campground that we went into, it had, let's see, 3, 6, 10 sites available for, people RVing, just coming in, spending the night or spending the week or whatever the case may be. And the rest of it they were permanent RVs. So like a mobile home park. But they weren't mobile homes, they were RVs. And some of those RVs had been there for, I'm sure, 25 years. Some of them had trees growing, and none of the people were there. So you're basically surrounded by a bunch of empty RVs. It was weird. It was very, very weird. And, it was so empty that, oh, and they didn't call them permanent residents. Okay, I called them, permanent residents. And she said, no, they're seasonal. And I said, okay, do they come and move their RVs ever? And she said, no. Isn't that permanent? The more I go out in the world, the more I think, I don't want to. I don't want to go out in the world. It's just making less and less sense. Okay. Does anybody have any RVing questions or anything that they can type, and then I'll read, and we'll find out. An RV graveyard. That's what it was like. It was like staying in an RV graveyard. They had crabs and black snakes. Yeah, it was interesting. But my friend Linda, a neighbor, now she wants an RV. She wants it bad. I let her drive Brave a portion of the way back. The places that the stretches of highway that no cities. It was just straight driving. The occasional semi truck passes you. That's about it. But we were facing a serious headwind, and so that slowed us down a little. But she did really, really well. But I got to be a passenger in my RV. It was fabulous. It really was. It was really nice to be a passenger. To not have, to get up and like walk around. Okay, not that I really did, but I think I got up like one time. And then I saw she kind of turned her head to the right. And of course, the RV went to the right. And I said, okay, I'll come back. And it was like almost like, oh, where are you going? But she did amazingly well. But she drives tractors, and she's got a big truck herself. So it's just a matter of getting used to the size of this. No questions, really. I'm just so frustrated that my plans got screwed up. Yeah, I don't blame you. Been there, done that. And it is really sad when you have to postpone a year. It's sad because it's just wasted time. And did you take your Suzuki and did it run all right? I did take the Suzuki, yes. Did it run okay? Yes. Until I buried it. And along the roadway and next to the RV park where we stayed, and we stayed for 2 nights at a place called Oregon Inlet. It is dry camping, very nice. And my upper body strength. You need upper body strength for everything. Forget about the hitch. I mean, that's just one thing where you need upper body strength. Okay, let me go to the roadway. So they have roads that go from the main road to the beach. With a permit, you can go and drive on the beach. A lot of people do that. So we have been watching people run up and down there. We walked over to the beach, and we decided we were going to take the Suzuki over and collect more shells and put them in the Suzuki, and we didn't have to carry them back. Bonus. But what happened was I did not let air out of the tires, and I did not put it in 4-wheel drive before I hit sand that was like soft serve ice cream. And it was just into the sand. And so I buried the rear part of the rear axle of the RV. I buried it up to the axle. And so a very nice group of people came by, 2 Jeeps, and the one Jeep pulled us out, which was very nice. Every day is an exercise in wishing time would pass. No, it isn't. Boy, wait until you get to be my age. Every day is an exercise of, oh my God, I can't believe I've been on the phone with AT&T for 3.5 hours because I'm never going to get that 3.5 hours back. Seriously, on the phone with AT&T for 3.5 hours. Yes, I know. We're like shoulder twins. For those of you who do not know, Lori here in the comments has broken her arm and shoulder. No, collarbone? Okay, I don't remember. But broken something. And now she has to postpone her full-time RVing life for a year while she mends. And that's how long it took me to mend, was a year. And it was kind of the same scenario. I was getting ready to leave on my full-time RVing experience for the rest of my life, and I fell off the top of the RV and broke my arm and shoulder. And didn't feel it was fair to the rest of the world to drive like this. Ow, ow, ow. And that's what I would have been doing. And I wouldn't have been able to do many of the things that are really required. Um, you know, there's a lot of bending over and weird angles. And I mean, just hooking up the sewer hose, you need both hands. You're crouched. I mean, depending on what kind of vehicle you have. For me, you have to crouch down and, like, you know, get that thing on at an angle. The newer RVs, you just open two doors or one door or like a basement door, and it's just right there, you know, for you. I mean, you still have to bend over with some of them, depending on how large they are. Right shoulder, and had to have shoulder replacement surgery. Oh my God, I didn't know that. Did I know that? End of August. I was going to retire at the end of August and be off. Yeah. And I was um, 2 weeks from leaving. And then for those of you who have watched my videos, you know that I started out with a Class C, and the day before I was leaving, I hit one of those cement concrete metal posts at a gas station and ripped the back of the RV off. And I basically band-aided it and said, I'm leaving anyway. Now, you would think the universe was talking to me, because 2 weeks before I was going to go, fell off the roof, broke my arm and shoulder. The day before I was going to go, I ripped off the end of the RV. And yeah, that was not, and you know what? I went anyway. I just didn't care. I went to a surfboard shop and got carbon fiber fiberglass, which is like the strongest fiberglass that there is, and went to the Home Depot or Lowe's, probably Lowe's, because I remember that day, kind of. No shit, I just tried to add into my Suburban and couldn't do it. Oh, I know how to do that, and I have all the stuff. It's really easy to do. It's really easy to do, to add the AC to your, or the coolant stuff to your AC unit. Poor patches float. Poor patches. It was, yeah, I felt bad. But, you know, I patched it with resin and got up at 3 o'clock in the morning and left, and I touched it before I left, and it was still wet, and I didn't care. I figured it would dry on the way to Northern California, and it did. And then I fixed it when I got up there. But RVing, I noticed that there are, I can't think of the name of their site, but they are doing like classes or something in RVing. And I've also noticed, at least here in North Carolina, that the RV dealerships give classes. Yeah, they don't do that in California. They, you know, sell you something and street you, and they never want to see you again. But I think the classes are a really good idea, especially for those people who know nothing about RVing. People who think, yes, it's easy to do when you have two working arms. Well, yeah, and no, it actually isn't easy. It's doable, but sometimes it's not easy. Okay, most times. No, sometimes it's not easy. I'm only 5'4", and just for me to check the oil in Brave, I have to stand on my tiptoes in order to reach the thing that's way back by the firewall so that I can pull the stick out and check the oil. I mean, there are things that you just don't realize until you actually have to do it, how difficult it can be. Not that it isn't just a ball of fun. RVing is just great. I wouldn't change this. I mean, I could live 5 inches taller than I am. I could be living in this house. Okay, and when I say that, no, I really couldn't. But choose to live in my RV, and I'm basically using the house as a, I don't know, work area of things I need to fix. Instead of using my power saw outside, I use it in there. The hand thing, drill, whatever it's called. No, not drill. Handsaw, but it's electric. Whatever. But, I do it in there. I don't, I wash clothes in there. That's about all. And then before we went to the Outer Banks, I emptied many of my storage, basement storage into the house because there were just things there that there was no sense in taking. Like, I'm hauling around the rear seat to my Suzuki in my basement storage. Do I really need to take that to the Outer Banks? I'm thinking no. But it was just stuff like that, stuff that I travel with, just in case stuff. I just didn't need it. But, yeah, that is so sad. Let's see. You are using the house as a garage. Exactly. I am. And, in creative space, one room is just a potting room for plants. I just don't use the house. I mean, I do laundry in the house because Linda has loaned me a washer and dryer, and so I do laundry there. But as a matter of fact, I was figuring it out the other day, trying to figure it out because they charge a lot out here for electricity, much more than in California. And I was trying to figure out, some kind of how much money do I spend every hour or something like that. And, it was like, I mean, I thought it was a lot. It was something like $2 an hour. And I thought that was a lot. Let's see. Okay, so I've caught up on any questions. Anybody want to know anything about me? I can talk about me. Let's see. Anything about RVing questions that you might have? Happy to answer those. What else do I know? I would really like to do these RV women hangouts. I think they're really beneficial, and it's fun for all of us to get together, but I really want other people here. And that's that's basically what stopped it, was that I couldn't get people down here. I couldn't get people in the, videos with me, sharing. And so last week, Nana's Joy and I, she was on with me, but it wouldn't go to her computer. It would only go to her phone. Very weird. Okay. Yeah, I'm putting on the spot. God, I feel sad. And it's, I don't know how to make it. And I wish somebody would just let me know what the magic is, and I'm happy to do that magic trick too. But I don't know anything about encoders. I don't understand how they work. I don't understand how to make them work. But c'est la vie, huh? Are you still going to grow pot? Nancy, you would say that on a public forum? Seriously? Okay. No. The reason that I came to, yes, I do need panel interaction. I really do. I really came to North Carolina because I wanted to grow hemp. I think that hemp is a good commodity, and unfortunately, I think I must be ahead of my time, except if I lived in Canada or any other country except the United States. What they have done is it is illegal to grow hemp. Hemp cannot get you high, but out of hemp comes CBD oil. CBD oil, its properties are being touted with, like pain relief, nerve relief, nerve pain relief. Some people are using it for Parkinson's. There's just a protein, exactly. So my idea was to come here because last year North Carolina and Tennessee passed the thing so that farmers could grow hemp. And what they're trying to do is move tobacco growing and on to hemp. Okay, well, sounded good to me. Yeah. So what they did, because growing hemp is a federal crime. Okay. Epilepsy. There's another one. So anyway, but each state gets to decide. They don't really get to decide anything. They're breaking the law. Okay. The federal law says no. The state says yes. So within the state, you can grow and process a product, but you can't move it over state lines because then it becomes federal. So what they did in their infinite wisdom is that they've made it into a science project. And so the University of North Carolina is running the science project. And in order to grow hemp in North Carolina, you have to get a permit. In order to get a permit, you have to have a Schedule F from your 2005. No, I'm sorry. What year is this? Your 2014 taxes. A Schedule F is a farmer's expense sheet, if you will. And without that, you can't play. Well, I don't have one of those. I don't have a Schedule F, so I can't play. So, and I've talked to them, the board of directors. I've talked to the whoever board of director guy. And so you can't grow it. Okay. You can't grow it without having the permit. You can't grow it without having their seeds from an authorized seed purveyor. And there are none. Okay. And then you can't get it processed because there's only two places. Actually, there's actually one place. There's another one supposedly being built in Asheville to process your product. And the one place, which is about 50 miles from me, isn't taking any crops in the 2017 and maybe 2018 season. So can't get a permit, can't buy the seeds, can't process it, okay? There's nowhere to sell it, and you can't move it across state lines. That is the strangest requirement? Which one? They're all strange to me. My feeling is grow it, but I know why they're not going to, why you just can't grow it. And that's because it looks like marijuana. And the DEA needs to know who has a permit. Oh, that's the other thing, is at any time, any law enforcement agency can stop at your place, collect samples, send them to the University of North Carolina, who will bill the grower $100 per sample test, and they can take as many samples as they like. Are you effing kidding me? No. Yeah. And this is supposed to move farmers off tobacco. Oh my God. Tobacco per acre pays about $30,000. Yeah. Well, they flat that out well. Yeah. I'm not good at stupid. I'm really not. I'm intolerant of stupidity. And this is just what it is. And so they do their meetings online. And the first meeting that I, attended, and they were approving applications. Okay. So some guy submitted his application with a 2016 Schedule F, okay, so last year, where he wrote down 00 and submitted it. They rejected him on that basis. Hey, Kipper, how are ya? Anyway, his application was rejected on the basis that they didn't believe his Schedule F. Well, they don't have the authority to do that. That's an Internal Revenue Service thing. Only the Internal Revenue Service can decide what's real and what's not real with a tax return. And so I knew I was out at that point. That's just crazy. And stupid. So anyway, I ordered hemp seeds out of Canada because in Canada, they grow hemp hundreds of thousands of acres of hemp. Hundreds of thousands of acres. And they're selling it overseas. They have the processing places and they have the market, but they don't have the market here. And it's irritating. It's irritating for me because this is what I thought I was going to be doing, is growing, 20 acres of hemp. That's what I thought I was going to be doing. So now what I'm doing is growing, I think I maybe have 50 plants, most of which are hemp. And, some other ones might have accidentally jumped in there. The U.S. imports the most from Canada and China. Really? I didn't think we imported that much from Canada. But hell, somebody's got to buy their stuff, and we're right here with debt ceiling that we can't afford. So why not just buy more stuff on credit? Maybe it's not stupidity. Maybe they just don't really want hemp to be grown, and they made it impossible. Yep, I agree. That's exactly what they've done, and I don't understand it. I really don't. I mean, hammocks, hemp. Hemp is like they make it into fabric, and it's not as comfortable as cotton, but it seems to me that I must have one or two hemp shirts in my closet. But yeah, they've made it impossible. But they do have the market. People want this. But they need it to be processed. Hemp is, I don't know, 12 feet high, lots of leaves. Basically, you cut it when it's dry, and then they don't even have the machinery here to deal with hemp. Oh, I just scratched my back because I burnt my back really bad. And so now my back is peeling and it's all itchy. But no, I don't understand any of it. Let's see. But they do have a market. People want this. People want hemp. People want CBD oil. But they've made it impossible. What's it made way back? They still make hemp. You can go to Home Depot and buy hemp rope. Seriously. Sounds cool. Hemp rope. Yeah. I don't understand it. And what's really bad is when I run into like the roadblock of stupidity. I it's it's kind of like driving down the road and there's a car accident. Most people have the desire to look at the car accident, and I never do. I just can't look. That's way too much, that's too much for me. So I don't look. I'm never like a looky loo driving on the road. Nope. And this is like that, but you know, I could turn into, I could say like bad words associated with it. Like it starts with a cluster and ends with an F and there's a C and a K in it in the U. That's basically what it is. And what amazes me is that people put up with it. Oh my God. I mean, I don't want to make it sound like I want to start a rebellion, but oh my God, we need one. Yeah, we just need one. It's all out of control. Farmers here had the process of growing hemp not been ruined by the way the legislation is or how they've decided to do it as a test or as a study, then the processors would go out and find the market. They would grow marijuana, and yeah, I get that. So what? You've got California where it's legal, you've got Colorado where it's legal. Just make marijuana legal. Why don't they do that? Because there are really, really enormous slush funds that people get to dip into that are our tax dollars. And so there would be nothing for the DEA to do, having to do with helicopters flying around or whatever. And no more slush funds. Nothing like free market, eh? It's crazy. Oh, hi, Rosie. It's crazy the way it is now. There is no free marketplace. Everybody, and I say this all the time, nobody ever believes me, but my government wants you to stay in your house, watch television with the pre-programmed things that they want you to do, think, and say, and they want you to order stuff online and have it delivered to your house so you never have to stop watching TV. I hate TV. There we go. Yes, it is, Lori. Enjoying the show. Yep, yeah. If you plant the marijuana next to a hemp plant, the THC is significantly reduced. The marijuana plant. Yeah, it doesn't even matter. It's marijuana can be hemp. So look at it this way: if all the states approved marijuana growth, the quality of the marijuana would get so much better. And plus, we'd have hemp because all the trashy marijuana would then go in for hemp. So you'd be wearing that, or have it on the covers of your seats for your car. That's funny because I blows that out of the water. Yeah. It doesn't. It. I mean, for me personally, I don't smoke pot. It's because I'm a freaking control freak. I am that, a personality. I can't do stuff like that. I have to be in control all the time, and I'm sure that at least 25% of the population's like me, so 25% of us will be like sober all the time. I don't know, what else to do, but that's not about our being. We're supposed to be talking about our being. But if somebody can figure out down with the man, it's not down with the man. It's just like send him home because he's not doing anything anyway. I'm talking about, congressional people, those representatives that, spend millions of dollars getting elected to office so that they can go and make deals with corporations so that they can screw us over. and, pad their pockets simultaneously. I don't understand. People should not go to Washington, D.C. and end up being multimillionaires at the end of their term, which goes on and on and on and on. It just shouldn't happen. They should not be paid. It should be something that, for all government, no government elected official should ever be paid. They should have a job, and then they take a couple hours off their job to go and, vote on a bill or whatever, and then go back to their job. But, these people make careers out of being politicians. They do pad their pockets. All governments, every step of the way, from the freaking dog catcher on up, anybody who is in government service, there is always a way for them to pad, generally illegally, their income. And, if you're a secretary in an office, yeah, there's no way for you to pad. I mean, you can steal a pen, maybe you pad a paper, but you're certainly not going to get rich. But these people are just, they go to Washington, D.C., and they come back just flowing in dollars. Why not be a politician other than you actually have to have a conscience? And I think they go there, they leave their conscience at their home district and just pad their pockets. Horrible. Horrible. And okay, I think this could be treason. I think it's time for a revolution. Let's see. Hi, I am here. Oh, Nana's Joy. Hello. She is here. Yeah, I can't figure this out. I mean, I thought I had it figured out, but I guess not. Nana's Joy. I'm talking to Nana's Joy. We're going to have to practice this tomorrow or the next year or something. Sorry. It comes with age, my dear. Yeah, I mean, when I talked to you yesterday, you had forgotten that it was today. I didn't forget. Because I have a calendar on my computer that pops up and tells me things, and then I make a face and say, "Oh, that's today." Yeah, I think it's time for, and not only that, it's time for a revolution where women take over. Yeah, forget this man thing. Yeah. I think women make long day traveling. It's okay. Don't worry about it. Nana's Joy, I'm talking to her. Don't worry about it. It's no big deal. It didn't work. Buffy was trying to make it work, couldn't make it work. So either, you or I or she and I will figure out how to make it work. And, maybe, okay, not tomorrow, but the next day when I wake up, and have 2 cups of coffee or tea, I will see if I can figure out the encoder thing again. And there's supposed to be a way to do it with Xbox. And I'm pretty sure I have Xbox on here somewhere, crowding up all the space that I need just to run my computer. Camper Van Kevin has a Suzuki. Well, actually, he has a Chevy, but that's okay. That he just bought on his way back to Georgia. He knows all about them. The reason that I bought the Suzuki is because I actually know about carbureted engines. And I kind of quasi understand fuel injection, but not really. He bought what is that thing called? It is designed to be like the Suzuki, but it's not made by Suzuki. And Suzuki may have sold the, I don't know, plans or diagrams or whatever it is that one uses in order to build a car to Chevy, and then they made the Chevy, don't know, whatever Camper Van Kevin has. His is fuel injected, and mine is carburetor. And I wanted a carburetor for a reason, and that was because it's something I know. So no one could get in. No one could get in. No, I send the invites out, and it's okay. Last week, I'm talking to Nana's Joy and everybody else too. GeoTrack. No, that's the other one. The GeoTracker is another one that was made by Chevy. The Camper Van Kevin has something else. Somebody flip over to Camper Van Kevin's thing and see what that thing is. Chevy. Oh, I don't know. Let's see, Rosie, what are you saying? Enjoyed your trip to Kitty Hawk? Me too. I was impressed that the Wright brothers were far from tinkerers. Oh, yeah. They knew higher math and did lots of research. Thanks for the vids. I love my trip. I loved my trip there in 2011. It was really fascinating being there. And I got a comment, and there was a guy who, contested the fact that the Wright brothers were the first ones to actually do a flight in the air. And, he said he did it. Who really cares? We have big airplanes now. They basically came up with formulas for the aerodynamics necessary for lift and then how to control it once you got up there. But it was really fascinating being there. The only disappointment was the museum was under construction, or they're building a new one or something. And so I didn't get to see the museum portion of the Kitty Hawk place. But it was still nice just the same. I have to jump off, check back, see. Yeah, okay. This is only going to last 3 more minutes, Lori, because we used to do 90 minutes, but we're only doing an hour from now on. We can go over. It's not that big a thing. Today we're not going to go over, and it's because it's just me. Not that I can't sit here and talk to myself talk to you guys via this medium. But it's really not as much fun not having more people here. Wing warping studies, yes, cool. That's one of the best museums. See that museum was closed. It was amazing. Yeah, they're rebuilding, the whole thing. Hello, Frugal Gal, RV Gal. They're rebuilding the entire museum. So, and I'm going back. There's no doubt in my mind. I'm definitely going back. I'll wait for the off season because not a big fan of people and their kids and their dogs and their blow up things. But wasn't the guy on the beach hysterical? If you guys haven't watched that one, you gotta watch it. It's hysterical. Thanks, Sandy. And the guy on the beach, he was actually in a thong, though he looked naked. I was just happy he didn't come up and talk to us because I would have had to do this, because it would have been like in my face because we were sitting on lounge chairs. So I'm just glad that he didn't come over, and I was trying to, not let him see me recording him, but it was pretty funny. So good. I am in a different time zone, so I was really screwed up. Okay. But it was really funny to watch this guy. And, as far as I'm concerned, it's fine. I've seen women in thongs. I've never seen a man in a thong. I've seen lots of women in them. Some of them look good. Some of them should never wear a thong. Or, okay, that would be like me wearing a thong. Oh, shut your eyes. Oh, erase that image. Finally got John home from hospital after 2.5 months. Oh, it is a Geo tracker. Okay. Yeah, Geo Chevy. There's another one that was copied like the Suzuki thing. And I can't think of what, because when I was, looking, because I went to I first thought I was going to do a Jeep. And then I decided, no, I wasn't going to do a Jeep. I was going to do one of these smaller, like the Geo Tracker or the Suzuki. And then I found the Suzuki that I wanted. Sorry, again. Yeah, we're going to do this every Thursday. We are. We're going to do it till we get it right. Which is how we started out, quite honestly. When we were using Google Plus and Hangouts, we just kept doing it until we got it. Okay, I don't know that we ever had a show where it didn't get all screwed up. But, and I'm going to figure out, how to make this work. Hey, let me mention something else while I'm, just thinking. We all know Chico. What's the name of his channel? God, somebody help me, please. What's Chico's channel? You know, him, the dog. Rufus and Doofus. Okay. For those of us who have watched him, over the last, whatever, year and a half or 2 years that he's had his channel, Nana's Joy and I realized last week that he hadn't posted a video in quite a long time. And so, yeah, Rufus and Doofus. And I sent him a text message that was just like, what's going on. And actually, I don't even know where I got this, but for some reason I thought he went to Australia. It must have been some other RVer that went to Australia. But anyway, he had some real serious medical issues. And he basically had a blood clot in his leg. And so he had some leg issues anyway. And then while he was in the hospital with that, he had a heart attack. So he's got a lot of damaged heart muscle. And I got this information from the Paddy Wagon, Patrick. I don't think Patrick is with him anymore. As far as I know, Chico's in Arizona, Mesa, Arizona, actually. And if you want to go to his channel and like send him well wishes or whatever, that would probably lift his spirits. Just let him know that he hasn't been forgotten, stuff like that. That's all I want to say about that. I think I don't really know anything else. I hope he's doing well, and I hope that he recovers and gets back on the road. Patrick sent me like an email, and it almost like cut off, and I haven't thought to write him back and say, did you want to continue that story? Or it just kind of cut off mid-sentence. It was very weird. Okay, oh my, I will be thinking of him. Yeah, he's on Facebook too. I don't know how active he is on any of his sites, but Patrick might be monitoring his websites or whatever he has, his social media, just to let people know. But I sent Patrick an email just because I didn't know where they were, and I haven't been there much either. I didn't know where Chico was. The last I heard, he was heading west. I didn't really pay attention to see how far he got. And anyway, so he got to Mesa, Arizona, or somewhere around there. I don't know where the dog is. But in thinking of the dog and thinking of Chico, I wrote Patrick a letter and basically said, if he can get his RV here or somebody can get his RV here, he's welcome to stay here and recover and walk around, and the dog has plenty of space and whatnot. I haven't seen anything from him. I wrote it down too. Yeah. But, it's an option for him. Someplace just where he can live for nothing and recuperate and just take it easy. And his dog can, have plenty of space. Because that's really the hard part is the dog, honestly. Someone is fostering the dog. Oh, Nancy, you know about this. What do you know, Nancy? See, this is why I want you guys on the video with me, because you could be talking about this instead of me just, waiting for you to type. Yeah, that's all. I was assuming that somebody was fostering the dog. But it's just it's a sad scenario. And on this point, as RVers, um, as RVers, we should prepare for this scenario where whatever injury happens or whatever circumstance puts you in the hospital or whatever the case may be, um, have some kind of plan for that. Is all I can say. Is you've got to have some kind of plan, and if you don't, you're in trouble. And escapees. You know the club Escapees. I was talking to a man when I was in Arizona who belonged to Escapees, and he was telling me that one of the benefits of membership is in the event that you're somewhere and unable to drive your RV back to wherever you want it, they have people that they can contact or who volunteer to do this, or I have no idea because I don't belong to Escapees, but they drive your rig and towed back to home base or, whatever. They drive your RV to wherever you need it to go while you're going by ambulance or helicopter or however you're getting there or just airplane. And I thought that was interesting. Now, I don't really know anything about escapees, but I'm going to find out about it because, that could be a scenario that I would face one day where, I'm out somewhere and there's travel insurance if you have trouble on the road through the Sam. Yeah. Most every insurance company can add a rider for travel insurance. Let's see, I heard about the problem from RV Deck. Okay. I would do that for someone if they need to. Oh, I know. I think we all would, but it involves, wherever the location is. Now he's in Mesa, Arizona, and suppose he wants his RV taken back to Florida. So, you have to give up your time. You have to get to Mesa, Arizona, and then drive the rig. Who pays for the gas? I don't know about the little things, like filling a thing up 10 times before you get to Florida. You could easily spend $500-$600 driving somebody else's RV back to their home base. And it's all something to consider. Okay, I'm out of here. Good night, all. Okay, good night, Buffy Crumlick, and thank you so much for coming by. We will all face it at some point. We are all going to face it at some point. So maybe we just need to start a club where it's, you just pay in the event that you're in that scenario. You just call up a phone number. Okay, I'll think about that. And you just pay some amount of money, and that covers gas and having your thing taken to wherever. No membership fee. That's stupid. Just a bunch of people who, volunteer. And I don't know. But it just seems to me that there has to be some way to get that done without having to join escapees. This is an update on Chico. Okay, as you can see by his videos, Chico is getting along. He has transferred from the hospital to a rehab center where he's getting therapy each day. Okay, that's good to know. May 8th, I think that's the one that we looked at. Overall, he is doing well, but has a ways to go before he's back to usual. I have provided the address for those who want to send cards. And I know that on his Facebook, or maybe it's on his YouTube. Okay, I don't really know. But there is a place where you can send money, too. I'm sure he needs money. Not that I'm saying send money. God. The last time I said send somebody money, she ended up ripping everybody off. And, with the husband who left her but didn't really leave her. And they're all back together now and blah, 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 crap. Okay, so... had to patch it, didn't realize you know, 200 character limit. Okay, I didn't know that either. But anyway, he's just been in my thoughts. And so if you know, want to just give him a hi ho, you know, I'm sure he would appreciate that. If you want to send him money, I'm sure he would appreciate that too. And there has to be, you know, he's probably on Medicare. I'm hoping he has a supplemental. But, you know, even Medicare doesn't cover ongoing. Well, hell, I don't even know what it covers. So, yeah, I don't know anything about that. Even though I have a book on it that I was supposed to start reading like 2 years ago, and I haven't done that because it's just that's way too much reality. Chico also has a video, but I didn't watch it. Oh, really? I'm gonna watch it right after we hang up. Okay, so anybody got any questions? He is in our thoughts and prayers. Yes, he is. Yeah, he really is. You know, nice guy, sweet guy, and it's unfortunate that this, you know, and if you'll recall, when he was still in Florida, he had some kind of surgery on his leg. I think it was for thrombosis or something like that. You know, some vein collapsing, or who the hell knows, where they removed one thing or another. And then, you know, he did physical therapy, and then he said he was good to go and hit the road. So even though I don't think he ever spent more than just a few hours driving, because when you have that kind of circulation difficulty, yeah, you don't just sit on your ass all day, because you're going to have a clot develop, and it's going to, you know, blow up your heart or your lungs. Okay, Thunder, and see you all next time. Yes. Okay, this is the end. Okay, we went 12 minutes over, but next Thursday, same, you know, 4 o'clock Pacific, 7 o'clock Eastern. You guys in the middle figure it out, and I will make a real effort to try to get you guys on this. Okay, that's all I got to say. Okay, everybody. I didn't realize it was really messed as late as. I'm going to go check it out right now. Okay, so y'all take care. Smile and be brave. And I'll see you next week. If not, you know, in between. Okay, bye. I'm closing it out now. Okay, how do I do that again? Oh, yeah, stop broadcast.